Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah ma ba'd. The question is asking about marrying from Ahlul Kitab. Now the ulama have said that this is something which is specific for the males of this ummah. And there is ijma' on this issue that a man can marry from outside of this religion. This does not apply to females. It doesn't apply to the Muslimat. And there is also an ijma' that it only applies to the people of the book for the males. So it's not permissible for a male to marry a Hindu or a Sikh or an atheist or a Buddhist or anything else. Now the ulama have said that this is ikram to these religions that started off from the heavens, Adyan as-Samawiyya. And it also shows us the tolerance of Islam. Imam Malik rahimahullah says that this shows us the ease of Islam. All of this, just in this one hukm, all of this shows us how Islam is severely misunderstood by a lot of people. Islam has rulings within it which tells us to respect and live alongside one another, and that to the point of marriage. And within Islam, as Imam Malik rahimahullah says, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made their food halal and have made their women halal out of ease for you. وَطَعَامُكُمْ حِلٌّ لَهُمْ وَالْمُحْسَنَاتُ مِنَ الْمُؤْمِنَاتِ وَالْمُحْسَنَاتُ مِنَ الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْكِتَابَ مِنْ قَبْلِكُمْ. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions the conditions, and this is the reason for this clip here. إِذَا أَتَيْتُمُوهُنَّ أُجُورَهُنَّ. Number one, they must complete the nikah process in the normal manner. So it needs witnesses, it needs a wali who is a male, Muslim wali. Some of the ulama, such as the Hanabila and others, have said, no, as long as she is a Christian, then her father can be the Christian wali. A Christian who is a wali. But the Maliki have said no, the wilaya only belongs to Muslims. So this is an issue where there is a difference of opinion. And this goes back to the Imam who is conducting the nikah and what opinion that he follows. Also it requires a mahar, etc. إِذَا تَيْتُمُوهُنَّ أُجُورَهُنَّ مُحْسِنِينَ غَيْرُ مُسَافِهِينَ. Muhsinin. Now muhsin is that she is chaste. وَلَا مُتَّخِذِي أَخْدَانٍ. This is because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has prohibited for the zani to get married, and the zani only marries the zani. الزاني لا ينكح إلا زانية أو مشركة والزانية لا ينكحها إلا زان أو مشرك. And the Hanabila have been very strict on this, that if she is engaging in zina, even with the person that she wants to get married to, they must do tawbah. And unless they do tawbah, the marriage is not going to be accepted. It's not going to be valid and completed in accordance to Islamic Sharia. So the second condition that they have said is that she has to be muhsin, she has to be chaste. The third condition that they have put down is that she actually has to be from the people of the book. So she can't just say, I'm a Christian or I'm a Jew just by name. She actually has to believe in it. Now, does she have to be a practicing Christian or Jew? The answer is no, with the majority. This is because if something is mentioned in its itlaq, it requires a taqyid to specify the itlaq. And what that basically means in English is that whatever is deemed as being a Christian, whoever is deemed as being a Christian or a Jew, then the rulings of a Christian and Jew apply to that person. Unless if you've got evidence to say, well, it has to be a particular type of Christian or a particular type of Jew, they have to be practicing in this manner, which doesn't exist. So as long as she is actually a Christian that believes in her religion, then this is another condition. And the final condition, and the Hanabila have been very strict on this, is that the man, now there's two reasons for this. Number one, the man has to hold firm to his religion and his lifestyle. Now, living in the West today, if a man was to get married to anyone really, for that matter, the lifestyle can be compromised. So if she's living a particular lifestyle, so she listens to certain things, she eats certain things, she dresses in a particular way, he would then become relaxed on that. So if she's listening to it, I'll listen to it. She's eating, I'll eat it. She's watching it, I'll watch it. So the Hanabila have said, no, that's not correct. If it's going to lead to a compromise in your religion, then it's not permissible for you to get married in this manner. Makruh, to say the least. Umar radiallahu anh saw Hudhayfa married to a Kitabiyya. So he says to Hudhayfa, divorce her. So he says, is this haram? He said, no, it's not haram. And this conversation happened a number of times. Umar, whenever he saw him, he said, divorce her, divorce, divorce her. Until Umar actually gave the reason. He said that she is a burning coal, a live coal. Now, the meaning and the simile in this is that what he's basically saying is that if you are not careful, your religion will be compromised. Hence the ulama have said, in this ruling, this is a bringing not only of two religions, but lifestyles. And it is a must that the person preserves his lifestyle upon Islam. So now imagine you have children in the future. Will they go to madrasa or will they go to church? Or will they go to nothing? So the Hanabila have said this needs to be taken into account from the outset. The second thing that they have said is that if we are constantly marrying on the outside, who's going to be left to marry the practicing women from the Muslim community? So the Hanabila have put down a condition where that the person must look after his lifestyle and he must look at the issue with some kind of foresight. And only if these conditions are then met, where the Hanabila have stretched it out a little bit, then it becomes permissible for a person to get married to a kitabiyya. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He grants us tawfiq and success, and that He gives us the best of partners in the dunya with the best of returns in the akhirah. Allahu a'lam. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.